Welcome to another episode of Chanticleer's Corner, your go-to sports podcast where we break down the tales and battles from the weekend, brought to you by TBNR Clan and Sleeper Fantasy. I'm Nick, your lead analyst, and today we're diving into the Canterbury Classic, the Nuns Priest Tale. As always, I'm joined by the stats guru and voice of reason, Quincy. Quincy, how are you feeling about today's matchup?
Nick, I am fired up. Chanticleer the Rooster has been strutting his stuff, and I cannot wait to analyze how this team held up under pressure. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Today's episode is brought to you by Featherflex Supplements. If you want to curl with the best, you've got to start with Featherflex. Tailored for roosters, but we hear it works wonders for humans too. And by Barnyard Insurance, protecting you from those unexpected foxes. Back to you, Nick.
All right, folks, let's get into the game breakdown. The story opens with our star, Chanticleer, the golden boy of the barnyard. But trouble's brewing. Quincy, why don't you set the stage?
Absolutely. Chanticleer, known for his impeccable crowing and sharp instincts. He starts to have some pregame jitters, Nick. After the last time they faced off, I wouldn't be surprised if he was losing sleep the night before. Now, was this just a coincidence, or is this a warning sign?
Let's find out. But before we get into that, we've got our first guest caller. Let's bring on Chanticleer's number one option, Pertolo.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. Look, I'll be honest, initially I thought Chanticleer was still worrying from the last time we played them. And considering this was a do-or-die game, we needed to make sure he was firing on all cylinders.
Pertolo, we are all definitely worrying about Chanticleer before this game, but do you think that he himself underestimated his opponent?
Maybe, but at the time, I just wanted him to focus on his crowing. He's the best in the game, and distractions can be deadly.
Well, as we know, they were deadly. Chanticleer and company went down big early, and it seemed like they didn't have a chance. Quincy, walk us through that critical moment.
Right. This is where things got intense. The Fox used Chanticleer's ego to his advantage, luring Chanticleer into trying gutsy plays that failed. And Chanticleer, caught off guard by the overbearing pressure of the defense, lets his guard down.
We've all seen it happen before. Overconfidence is the Rooster's Achilles heel. But just when you think it's over, Chanticleer, he starts to fight back.
That's right. Chanticleer turns the tables, and with the game on the line, uses his brain, not his brawn. He flatters the Fox back, convincing him to open his mouth and gloat. Big mistake.
You love to see it. A true underdog. Chanticleer's escape reminds us that sometimes the mental game is just as important as the physical one.
So true, Quincy. Now that we've shared our side of the story, let's open up the phone for fan calls. On line 1, looks like we have a fan caller up first.
Hey guys, longtime fan of the show. That escape was pure poetry. Chanticleer showed real heart out there. What do you guys think? Is he the GOAT of barnyard sports?
Great question. We're going to have to break that down another day. What do you think about Chanticleer's performance last night?
Not to cuff you off, but first, we've got a fan favorite joining us.
Yeah, I'm here. Look, I don't get why everyone's hyping up Chanticleer. They got caught, plain and simple. You call that talent? That was pure luck, nothing more. A real champion doesn't let themselves get outfoxed in the first place.
Strong words from Ron. You don't think Chanticleer's escape showed any skill at all?
Skill? Nah, that was desperation. The Fox was the real MVP here. He had the game in the bag and just got cocky. If anything, Chanticleer should be thanking him for messing up, not acting like he planned that escape.
Interesting take, Ron. So you're saying Chanticleer's mental game was all reactionary, not a part of a strategic play?
Exactly. He panicked and somehow it worked. Let's be real. If Chanticleer's as good as everyone says, he wouldn't have fallen for the flattery in the first place. You don't see a true champ like me falling for compliments.
Well, Ron, whether it was luck or skill, the scoreboard says Chanticleer walked away with the win. But hey, thanks for calling in with your unique perspective.
Yeah. I'll be back when Chanticleer slips up again. You'll see.
Bold claims from Ron, but that's the beauty of the barnyard. There's always room for debate. All right, Ron's got some strong opinions, but let's keep the calls rolling. Next up, we've got a fan calling in from the outskirts of the barnyard. Let's hear what he has to say.
Let me tell you, I've been in this barnyard game for a long time. That Fox, old trickster, but Chanticleer handled him like a champ. He's got my vote for MVP.
Big praise from someone who's seen it all. Thanks for calling in, dog. Always a pleasure.
Big news from the crew in the box. We have someone very special calling in. Please give a warm welcome to Chanticleer.
Yeah, it was tough out there. The Fox had me for a second, but I stayed calm, remembered what Petterlote said about keeping my focus, and just went for it. It feels good to come out on top.
Chanticleer, walk us through that final move. What was going through your head when you turned the tables?
Well, Quincy, I realized he was playing me, so I figured I'd play him back. It's all about strategy out there, and today it worked in my favor.
Congratulations, Chanticleer. Enjoy the win. That's a wrap on today's episode of Chanticleer's Corner. Huge thanks to all of our guests, Pertalote the dog, and to all of our callers. Tune in next time for some more barnyard action.
And remember, folks, in the game of life, never let your guard down, especially when there's a fox around. See you next time.
Stay cocky, everyone.